All right, we are live. Welcome to the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. This is Black Box Trading. I'm your host, JT, and joining me is the always awesome Matthew McGregor from the Daily High. And it's an awesome show. I'm really excited. We had a beautiful, beautiful weekly close. Matt's going to go into the finer details here, but man, Bitcoin is bullish. Like everything that I look at right now about Bitcoin is bullish. It's hard to find anything bearish. There is that one thing about the weekly RSI that I'm sure you're going to update us on, but other than that, man, everything seems green. Go. All the signals are let's go. Higher prices are ahead of us. Matt, how are you doing?
Good. We've both got green shirts on today to represent. I've in fact even got green underwear. How excited I am for the price of Bitcoin. Look, there is actually a 5-second delay and myself when we speak, so we can't really talk very easily throughout the show. I'm probably all over the place here. I say take over the rest of the show, and I hope a good show in today because it's a good price action.
Yeah, it's looking good. So why don't you kick us off with some of the TA on old bitty Bitcoin there?
Just keep an eye on the completely inaudible. Just let me know, okay? Because I'm looking at the charts right now. Weekly time frame. Holy smokes! We're a brand new candle. It's MRI. This is what this little arrow here on the top represents. In the MRI structure, it's more week of really higher upside or potential top on the for just a short-term top. Doesn't have to be a long-term top. Something like this, or in this next candle, real kickoff candle to target. So if you don't MRI, that's a sequential. So like if you have a look here, the 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're still intact for 9 consecutive. So that's a really good start to that. Looking back at some of these other indicators on alphanumeric, a lot better than I know the MRI and sequential. I'm still loving the response we've had off the signal, which is this purple candle right here. That's alphanumerics. You can see previous phantom signal was absolutely brilliant. This one just exactly the same. Absolutely fantastic. We didn't make it. This is a false candle, obviously. The candle just opened, but the previous candle, it was not the highest weekly close of all time, but it was, in the vicinity of maybe within $100 of the highest weekly close of all time. Let's go through some of these oscillators. They actually look better on the daily for more interest. They're all looking good. There's nothing wrong with any of them. This is the big kahuna that we've been watching for what feels like months on end now, is this divergence on the RS finally break. You can see like we're at all-time highs right now. It's actually still in place. If you recall, this was absolutely touching that line before we got the rejection, the divergence, and even now we're at close to all-time highs, and we're still below this line. So we could shoot up another 5 in monetary price. Who knows how much, 10,000, and still have this divergence more so. So effect as it stands right now, I want to see us compete, but as of yet we have not. Daily interesting oscillators here on the daily. I really like the MACD here. Rolling over. This is what coming back into this green wave here. You see the green, the red coming back up. Nice cross here on the daily. That the rollover on Copic curve coming back into the above the 0 line. That's always want to be buying when we are coming above the zero line on the copper curve, and we over it nicely right now. The EXA daily here had a really fantastic cross back on the 2nd of August. Let's have a look where the price was there. Yeah, that got really good. Really good timing on the EXA. That's a free indicator that you can find in your indicator section. Now let's just review the daily. The daily is absolutely priceless, and it really reflects well. Later last week throughout that I did on the daily high, I was very happy and confident that we came down and touched on the 50. Down only came as low as the 50 simple moving average. I thought that was fantastic that we were able to 50, and then it was on the 50. We came back down and retouched on the 50 again, but in a higher low, didn't get as low as the previous one. I said on the show that was at about $14,000 when I said this. I said it was on a Tuesday or Wednesday last week. I said this isn't, because it's a really clearly well-defined stop loss that you could put in at while the price was at 14,000. I said this is a buy. This is a buy. Great opportunity for a buy. And I want to see us get in above moving average, which at the time was exactly on that black line that I had drawn in. If we can come up, I said I absolutely fine. And then I said, well, through that 30 simple moving average, I think we're looking really good, and it played out exactly like that. So that's a fantastic area here. You can see just the 7 simple moving average is rounding up and about to cross the 30. That's a bullish signal. It's got back here. It's just fantastic, right? So range that we've been in for like 6 weeks, which is great. The worst that happened was we fell out of it and stayed above the 50. That's as healthy as you can get. I really need to see us get above, and which is at exactly 120, and sustain that. And we're so close. Another $1,000 in price. If we can get a candle body open and close above that, I just don't see anything that's going to stop us from getting to that 128 mark, which we've been talking about forever, and potentially a lot higher than that as well. But it's all systems go here. Just make note that a lot of these MRI come in. I'll go to the 4-hour time frame just to finish off the analysis here, and because this is just if you guys don't have, I'm watching has alpha, but if you don't service, you don't have to answer it because of the delay. We were stuck in the channel. We broke it down. We got 2 green diamonds inside the green wave. Basically, optimum buy kicked off the rig, which has now got us above the MRI support and resistance zone. So we came down into the wave, got 2 green diamonds, fully recovered back above all the averages, back inside the center of this channel, and it just looks great. Looks. I'm coming back to you now, Baloo, and I'm coming off screen share. I love the price. The from that analysis is that the weekly looks strong, almost the highest weekly oscillators on the daily. They're starting to roll over, and we're about to have a bullish cross on the 7 moving average on the daily. And the biggest takeaway of all is get alphanumerics, trust alphanumerics. The green. Once again, we're just an absolute peach. Take it away, Baloo.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the green diamonds here, and get the alphanumerics indicator for sure. But we're also, I was banging my head on the table in the private group here. If you guys aren't already in the private group, it's free to join. The signals, everything is free. Everything that we do is free. So details down below, but definitely get into this Discord or scan the QR code in the top where is it? There, at the top corner there, to get into the Discord. I woke up on this green diamond. I'm like, here's a buy. Here's a buy. Then we got another one. I added a Bitcoin to the position here. So we're 3 Bitcoin long here on this position, 350 somewhat $1,000. Where is it? Yeah. $357,000, $26,000 in profit now off of that green diamond. Looking really, really good. Now, a note on the green diamond, because there was a lot of people in the group that I can tell didn't buy them. Listen, they're going to feel uncomfortable. There isn't a single green diamond that I've ever bought where it's just like, oh yeah, great, perfect. Yeah, like this is the bottom, 100%. No, they always feel like it's going to go down further. That is where the value of the trade is. When you are, when you have a lot of the market scared, that's where the value lies. Let me just get that big QR code out of the way there. That's where all the value lies. So if you are comfortable, it means you're in with dumb money. You're in with the herd. And when you take a trade in with the herd, you're not going to make any money because it's a crowded trade. You have to go in those trades where it's no longer crowded. So green diamonds, really rock solid. Let's go back over to trading view here. Now I have my channel drawn a little bit differently. Now, provided we don't have a new high, which you already covered. We got really close to a new weekly high, the highest weekly close. We got very close to that. We weren't able to achieve it. And as it stands right now, the high of this rally is at 119.4, which is not a new high on the 4-hour time frame. However, I have drawn this channel. I've sloped it down because I feel like it fits a lot of the price action a little bit better, not just with these support lines down here and the resistance lines up here, but also the middle price action fits quite well. And we've broken out of it. So as it stands right now, what I'm looking at is a breakout of kind of this descending wedge formation, or this descending channel formation. So it's pretty bullish, man. We're above the 7. We're above the 30. The 7 is about to cross the 30, like you already said. We're above everything. The only bearish thing to watch out for, which we have room to achieve, you've already covered it, is that weekly RSI. The weekly RSI and the MRI putting in a warning. But those warnings are usually areas that pop up at an acceleration. I'm expecting an acceleration. I think that acceleration is going to wake up the market. I think it's going to grab the attention of a lot of people. This acceleration can bring us to 127,000. It can bring us to 130, 100, who knows, 140. It can really bring us into something that's going to grab the attention of the market. Yes, we'll get a little bit of a correction after that. And then we'll be off to the races. We'll have a new cohort of individuals jumping into the market from that point forward. So I don't have much to say. It's just, we're bullish, man. I'm just very bullish on the price of Bitcoin. And what I love too, and I'm, go ahead.
Is it for altcoins right now?
We're going to actually dive into that in just a sec, because with the data that we have, with the little experiment that we've had, we're showing that it's so far been better to be in the altcoins. And that's the first time that that's happened in this market cycle. It's the first time. Yes, we've had a little altcoin season. You've seen some of the altcoins do well, but we haven't had altcoin season. We're starting to see that rotation take place. But before I move on to that, I just wanted to say, from a sentiment point of view, I always reference sentiment in the market and what is the herd thinking? What are the new participants thinking? Nobody is talking about 120K Bitcoin, like, at all. I'm not getting any calls. I'm not getting any texts. I'm not getting anybody saying, hey, you still into that Bitcoin thing? So when people are on Twitter and stuff saying that we're topping out in this market, I don't know what metric they are using to draw those conclusions. We're not topping out. We have not reached euphoria yet. We have not reached that FOMO like part of the market cycle yet. And it's got higher to go, a lot higher in my opinion. So yeah, let's talk about the rotation into alts. Now, before we do that, check out the link here, scan the QR code. We are doing a trading competition, guys. So if you want a chance to win $5,000, scan the QR code. This is to sign up with BitGet. If you sign up with BitGet, make a $500 deposit, you will be eligible. You will be entered into this trading competition. with up to 8,000. Well, it's a prize pool of $8,000, but the top prize is the real money prize. First place gets 5,000 tether sent to an address of their choice. It doesn't have to be exchange credits. This is actual tether that you could send to a wallet. So that is your money. And we got already a bunch of people here on the leaderboard. So if you think you know how to put together an altcoin portfolio, definitely put your name in the hat here and see what you can do. A note here on the leaderboard, just for clarity's sake with the community, it's not possible to update the spot traders in real time. So you got to look at what the futures traders are doing. And if you're outpacing the futures traders, you're good. Okay. Futures, they get updated in real time. It's how the exchanges work. They can in real time update the leaderboard. Spot traders can't be updated in real time. You are being counted. Your profits will go towards your rank in the leaderboard. Just know that the total P&L gets calculated at the end of the 90-day period for that. So just a little bit of clarification there. But yeah, our altcoin picks so far are doing swell. Yours in particular are doing swell. Let me give a little quick refresh here. So your portfolio is up 8.6% total. So your $5,000 portfolio is now at $5,400. And if you had held Bitcoin, because we wanted to do the Bitcoin is kind of the base case, you would have $1. So alts are outperforming Bitcoin. And this is the first time this market cycle alts are outperforming Bitcoin. Matt, what are your thoughts?
I mean, this is the experiment. And this is why we're running the experiment for about 3 months, give or take. It could push on to 6 months. It's because, as Bitcoin maxis, we saw sort of that late season bull run euphoria as a good opportunity to rotate into the alts, and something I would never ever preach, and you too. But so far so good. Because remember, I'm viewing this, even though these are spot, viewing this as a Bitcoin trade. If I was to sell this position right now to Bitcoin, I'm viewing it as an 8% arbitrage trade on Bitcoin. And so if I finish this whole competition with 8% gain on this crazy altcoin rotational pick, I'm benchmarking it against Bitcoin. That's fantastic. Go.
Yeah. 100%. And so far you're doing that. You're stacking those sats. Me, on the other hand, I went a little bit more degen, so I'm underwater. But hey, there's still plenty of game left to play in the altcoin season here. So let's get into the TA. Let's take a look at the rotation as it stands here. This is just beautiful, 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 wow. Beautiful. So we've been watching this channel. Let's turn alpha numerics off just so that we got some nice clean price action here. But yeah, we saw this big move. We said, okay, that's a shift. That's a change of character. Something is changing in the market here. There's definitely not just a sentiment change. You're seeing people, put their money where their mouth is, and there's a rotation taking place here. We got the reaction. We got that pullback in the alts that caused us to come to the middle of this channel. That's when we took our positions, and now we're falling out of this channel. Granted, the weekly candle did just close kind of inside this channel, but the rotation is strong. We're seeing the alts kind of take dominance, not only in a narrative point of view, but in an actual price action point of view. Chainlink is one that's been doing incredibly well. That's why your portfolio is doing so well. XRP has been doing really well. So it seems like at this stage in the rotation, it's the OG coins. It's those more established, well-recognized, I guess, for lack of a better family household name type coins that are doing well. And this is very typical of what we've seen in prior cycles, where you have Bitcoin moves first, Bitcoin leads, then you have the top 10 to 20 altcoins doing well. That trickles down into the 20 to 50, and that trickles down in the 50 to 5 million or whatever degen numbers we're at this point. So as it stands right now, it's looking good for those macro, well-established, high market cap altcoins. Any
Can I
thoughts?
just point out the fact? Yeah, this is the thing that I was so impressed with about your analysis here. When we came back down, the first time we came down the bottom of that channel, you said on this show, was it 2 weeks ago, you're waiting to us to come back up and retest that center line of that channel, and we did it in good, basically straight away the next day. It was that first time we touched, I reckon, somewhere in that area there is where, as Blue said, that's where we loaded up. And if you just zoom out slightly back to give a bit time in that space there, this is, I think, a bit of a difference for me. How we've broken the bottom of that channel is different to how we broke the bottom of the channel last time. The last time we broke it on the first attempt, came in and went back to the, but then came back and stopped on the bottom of the line, putting in a higher low. You can see then the market, Bitcoin completely recovered and crushed the alts after. Great. But have a look at now, and there's a real different characteristic on how we've had. It's the inverse of that, and which makes me think that we've got more.
Yeah, we came down, we got a test on the low, bounced off of that and created a new low. So we're establishing that downtrend as we're leaving this channel. Not only that, if you go down to some smaller time frames, which I don't really recommend that you do for Bitcoin dominance, by the way, but it is interesting to see that we did come as low as sub 60%. Came up to the underside of the channel, and now we're getting rejected from that level. So, if we take out that 59.75 level and head to new lows, I mean, that's going to be a pretty solid confirmation that we're in it. We're in altcoin season. That's going to correlate with a break of all-time highs here in ETH, which it's looking primed to do. It looks really perfect. It's ready to go. This is very, very strong move in ETH. It looks like Link is doing well as well. We also shout out to anybody that took the trade. We did make the call on Link as well. We can show that in the Discord. If you go into the altcoins and go to Chainlink, we made that call right here saying this is a good time to enter. So we're giving a lot of value out there for free. That call is now worth 7% just Chainlink alone. So yeah, it's looking good. The rotation's taking place. It's time to be bullish, man. It's time to lick your wounds and remove your bear market traumas and realize that there actually is a point in time at which altcoins do outperform Bitcoin. It's short. So you got to make hay while the sun shines, but we're in that condition right now.
And we were all over that. Just 2-3 weeks ago, and I'm proud that we've done it. And I'm be very quick to get back into Bitcoin too. I don't see it lasting very long. I do think you get a few months out of it, and I do think it's probably the right thing to do. But if you're not agile, stay in Bitcoin, you'll be fine. Totally fine.
Yeah. It's usually you got two Bitcoin maxis here talking about altcoins. We'll tell you our kind of point of view here. Like, Bitcoin goes up for 3 years in a row, and then it goes down for a year. That's, if you look back in history and you really simplify it, Bitcoin goes up for 3 years and it goes down for 3 years. Altcoins don't do that. Altcoins go down for 3.5 years with little bumps in between, and then they have a short 6-month period where they truly do go crazy in it. And it's that fervorous, excitement that really sucks in the next cohort cycle to cycle. It's always altcoin traders that end up coming into this cycle at the coming into the market at the end, and they're all buying altcoins. That's coming again. The next cohort is coming. So do have a plan. Do get your allocations in order sooner rather than later. Yeah, I'm not going to name names for which ones to pick. You gotta make your own decisions. But from what I can see, we're tracking with what we've seen in previous cycles, and things are about to get silly. All right. I think we'll wrap things up there.
Yeah, but I was just going to say, speaking of getting silly, I'll be at CoinFest in Bali in like, and that's going to be real silly if these altcoins keep kicking off. And then a token in Singapore is going to be silly season there as well. Crikey.
Yeah, it'll be I don't know. It happens every cycle, and it's still crazy every time it happens when you see just how enthusiastic people get about stuff that really just, I don't know, to us just doesn't seem like it's going to stay around, and we end up being right more often than not. But anyways, enjoy it. We're here for it. I mean, you know, we're not solely Bitcoin maxis. We are also profit maxis. And when we see an opportunity to stack some sats, regardless of how we get there, we're going to take it. But anyways, let's wrap things up. If you guys haven't already done so, go to blackbox.pro and sign up, get into the group, and definitely enter into the BitGet prize pool for your chance to win $5,000 top prize. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, by all means, shoot them in the chat, shoot them in, send me a YouTube comment, or better yet, if you want active response, I'm pretty much hanging out in the Discord. I'm popping my head in there pretty much 24/7. So we'll see you guys in the Discord. And yeah, until next time, please trade safe. It is jungle out there. Peace.